I'll handle things from here on.
Welcome back to the channel, my YouTube family. How you doing today? And welcome to Ghostrunner. So I thought what I would do is I would do a part review, and as I'm doing it, I'll show you all the gameplay that's included in the demo for this game. It's a fairly new game, one I've had my eye on for a wee while. I've got to say. There's a lot of editing in this game, and as we get into it, I'll explain why. But yeah, it's quite different. Let's get it started and see what Ghostrunner is all about. So what's the background to Ghostrunner? Well, Ghostrunner is a cyberpunk type action video game, and it's developed by the Polish developer One More Level, and then co-published by All In Games and 505 Games. It's on all platforms: Windows, PlayStation, Xbox One, PlayStation 4. It says I have a Nintendo Switch. It will also be released on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, so that's good. So it's on all platforms. And basically the gameplay, let's have a look. It's Jack the Ghostrunner. The player must traverse dangerous environments by dashing, jumping, wall running, and grappling. Oh shit, yeah, you have to do a lot of that. The player will encounter enemies which must be handled carefully, as both enemies and the player can be killed in one hit. One hit, people. You can be killed in one hit, and you're going to see that a wee bit today. Jack can use a mechanic called Sensory Boost, allowing him to slow down time, dodge and deflect bullets in midair. Woo! As the player I don't think I've done much of that, but anyway, as the player progresses through the story, they will unlock new abilities and upgrades, which can be applied, etc. So the setting for Ghostrunner is set in Dharma Tower, a massive skyscraper-like archaeology housing the remainder of humanity. After unspecified global calamity known as the Burst, the Ghostrunner awakens with no memory, but is directed to liberate a digital intelligence known as the Architect, the preserved mind of Adam that created and ruled Dharma Tower and designed the Ghostrunners. Technology-enhanced super soldiers. Ooh. To serve as a peacekeeping and policing tool. So that's what the Ghostrunners are. They're enhanced super soldiers and policing tool. The architect was portrayed by Confidant Mara in a coup which destroyed most of the Ghostrunner units, with her being known as the Keymaster. The Ghostrunner was found by a group of rebels known as the Climbers for repairs. Through the rebellion was exterminated immediately prior to the Ghostrunner reactivating. Okay, so basically your task is to work with the Architect, defeat the Keymaster. Okay, so how does that all translate into gameplay? Well, let's have a wee looky-see. You've already seen some footage, but let's just get deep dive in, and as we go, I'll give you my opinion on this game. So as you might have realised or noticed so far, there is a lot of what I'd term advanced movement in this game, or wall running, and yeah. You don't use, weirdly, for a controller, you don't use any of your buttons as far as X and A and square and triangle, depending on what platform you're on. You actually use right, left bumper, right, left trigger, R1, L1 and all that kind of stuff. So you don't use the buttons at all except B to crouch, which is kind of different, and it takes quite a while to get used to the mechanics of this game. I can tell. You can see in the kind of footage I just run, I have died a couple of times. I gotta say, I died a lot in the 2 levels that we cover in this gameplay, probably about 350 times. And yeah, Yeah, I got quite frustrated with this game, I'm not going to lie, very, very quickly. Because it's a one-hit kill, you're going to die a lot. Getting used to the mechanics and the way that the mechanics work is one thing. The fact that along with that you can also be one-hit killed. Yeah. Now I would hope that... Oh, quick go hide. I'd hope as we go through the game, and it talked about upgrades in the this is the demo version, so you can download this and play it for yourself. But in the demo version, you really you didn't get the opportunity to upgrade anything. Pretty much it was just getting used to the mechanics of the game and how to traverse the environment. Whisper is the architect, by the way. We keep seeing Whisper, but it's actually the architect. Yeah, so it plays quite different. It's a completely different game to what I'm used to. There was a lot of expletives during this gameplay, I'm not going to lie. It's probably only about an hour demo, but it probably took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours, because yeah, I died a lot. The look of the game is fantastic. It's very cyberpunk, Blade Runner-ish. Looks fun, as you can see, it looks really nice. There aren't a lot of enemies to start with, and I'm hoping that when you upgrade your character that you can maybe get some armor to stop you being one-hit killed or something. I'm not sure. Be interested to see how that all works, but yeah, it was a bit frustrating that you get one-hit killed, and the trick here is really to figure out your way through each of the sections, and that can take quite a while. If you've played these type of games in the past, or if you're a kind of long-term gamer, you understand the mechanics. That it's just a case of figuring out how the kind of patterns work, and you just got to figure out the pattern that gets you through a particular part of the level. That can take a long time. There doesn't seem to be much of a penalty for dying, other than that you respawn at a certain point and off you go again. So the frustration level, though, for me was very, very high, and I think maybe just because it's not the type of game that I'm used to playing, plus the mechanics are quite different. This is the end of level 1. Now, I made that look easy, let me tell you, that wasn't easy. There's a lot of editing, and a lot of editing to get to this point. And you're going to see my stats here in a sec, show you how frustrating it really was. There we go. 200 deaths in one level, which is, yeah. I don't think any of the collectibles are actually in the demo. At least I didn't find them. I didn't have time to find them. Too busy trying to navigate my way through. There is a nice level of kind of fighting and parkour, wall running, grappling. It's it is quite a game to master, I can tell you, and figure out lots of stuff. Some of it, especially towards the end of this video, reminds me very much of Assassin's Creed and Tomb Raider in the parkour part of it.
Find myself.
But yeah, if you think this is easy, and maybe I'm making it look easy, but as I said, it's the wonderment of editing that makes it look easy for you guys. You don't see the pain that I went through to get to make it look this smooth. So all you have at this point, is, at least in the demo, is a katana and your special powers, and that's it. Now this particular area was painful, very, very painful, and it's button combinations and how to execute them, and timing and all that good stuff. So if that's your bag, if you like those kind of games where you have to have your button combinations and your timing down, then you're going to love this game. Yeah, give it a go. come back and let me know how you go. So yeah. So this was probably the hardest part of the whole level. Trying to get in here and not get killed. And it looks easy, but it certainly wasn't. There you go. You got through.
Prisoner threat level extremely high.
Okay, so now it gets a bit weird. It gets completely weird, goes completely different to the whole rest of the game, and I might just let this play out and join you towards the end of it.
Free at last. Pleasure to meet you. Face to face, that is. Now, let's take a look inside. This may feel a little strange. Welcome to Cyber Void. Time to fix you up. You can talk here, by the way.
Who are you?
You can call me Architect.
Who am I?
You're a Ghostrunner. Number 74, to be precise. That will have to do for now. Your physical body is vulnerable. Time runs slower here, but we should still hurry. Just keep moving. I will take care of your recalibration.
So what do I think of this game? I was quite intrigued by it when I first saw it. And certainly it feels quite a unique game. I don't think I've ever played anything quite like it. My frustration, I guess, is the fluidity of the game, and yeah, it just didn't seem to flow like I feel it should. And what I mean by that is you died so many times you just couldn't get into a rhythm. Once you get your combatant combinations and sort of that, it feels very, very nice, very rewarding. But yeah, it just there was too many stop, start, die, frustration, expletives, and yeah, I think, and I'm not sure how they've designed the demo. Whether the demo's a little bit harder. Sometimes they do that, so that when you actually get the game, it feels easier. But I got to say, based on my gameplay, I wouldn't buy this game because it just frustrated the heck out of me. It was just way too frustrating, and I think it's a big disappointment because I think it has a lot of potential, the game, but just based on the demo, and I would think a demo's there to entice you into and give you a flavour how the game's going to play. It just is not my type of game, which I'm pretty disappointed by, because, like I said, I really did have high hopes that this would be a nice game for me to try out. But yeah, no, and as you can see, this segment here, and there's a whole lot of parkour going on and puzzling, and it's a bit disconnected compared to the rest of the game for some reason. And I don't understand what this is. I mean, this is possibly part of the story, but it's...
There was a woman.
Yeah.
Her name is Mara, or the
This is just...
Master, as she calls herself now. 20 years ago.
This is telling you the story, I guess.
It was you I was trying to save.
You failed. I died. My body did anyway. Thanks to the precautions I had taken, I'm still here. Although this form has its limitations.
Are you an AI?
You could say that. You could also say Dharma Tower is a skyscraper. Technically correct.
So yeah, this is giving you the plot, and I guess this is their way of doing an NPC type dialect without having any NPCs in the game, but it all gets a bit weird here. And anyway, that's my thoughts. It might be your kind of game, and I like to put this up on the channels, different games, so that at least you get a feel for things.
My care since its creation, almost a century ago. I served the people, kept them safe, maintained the shelter I provided. But Mara had her own plan. She became the sole ruler of Dharma Tower, ruining what I've built, bringing us back to the verge of extinction.
So there's these keys that you've got to find, you can see there. So the puzzles aren't too hard at this point, but yeah, this is all kind of a bit strange. Anyway, I'm going to let this play out, guys, and I'll be here at the end of the video and do the final wrap up.
Why can't this place be normal?
Oh, it's perfectly normal. It's you that has become incompatible. The incompetent repairs you were subjected to made you divergent. You no longer function like a Ghostrunner is supposed to. But we'll change that.
Who repaired me?
That would be the Climbers, a group of rebels that tried to oppose Mara.
Where are they?
Dead, I'm afraid. They'd been killed before I managed to contact you. But there's no time to worry about them now. We're almost done here. Press on.
How did she manage to win?
I was stabbed in the back. We both were, you and I.
Who was she?
Was? A dear friend. A trusted partner. Brilliant scientist. Who is she now is the question you should be asking. And you wouldn't like the answer. No one among the people of Dharma Tower would.
I need more answers.
And you will get them. For now, trust me. The Keymaster is your enemy and a tyrant.
So that is Ghostrunner. I've given you my thoughts on the game. I thought I'd just put this on the channel, give you a wee sneak peek, see what you think. I'd be really interested to hear, based on the footage that I've put together, what you think of the game. It's probably not my kind of game, but I'm happy to put these kind of games up on the channel. You've got to try new things, and I'm glad that there are demos put out there like this one that allow you to make that kind of informed choice without paying for the game. I think if I'd bought this game, I'd be quite disappointed. So that's it, guys. If you want to see more of these kind of game review stroke demos, I'm happy to do those and put them up on the channel for you. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for the support as ever. If you want to see more of Gaming for XP and you're subscribed yet, please consider hitting that red button and hitting the bell notification. We'd really love to have you as part of the Gaming for XP family. A like rating's always appreciated, and we will catch you next time on Gaming for XP. See ya!